paddled a short paddle across Head Lake and am now just at the portage to Kenneth. Quick little one, under 300 meters, and then I'm on my lake for the night. Small lake, paddle around, find a nice site. Not sure if anybody else is on it, so we'll see. But still lots of daylight left, so we'll be setting up camp and plenty of time to relax. This lake is pretty close to an access point, but it's a dead-end lake. It's not a lake you can paddle through. So it's only a short portage, but the lake doesn't lead anywhere. So unless you really want to check it out or are spending the night on it, you're probably not going to see it. Yeah, this will work. I don't know if anybody's camped on it yet this season. The Thunderbox looks like it was falling apart and didn't have that freshness to it that you would expect. But the fire pit's not like overgrown or anything like that. So, I mean, the campsite does get used, but I just don't know if it's been used in a little while. But yeah, it'll be a good spot to set the hammock up because there's kind of a little point up towards the front which will catch a fair bit of breeze if there's any blowing, but the ground is not very flat there, so it would be an awkward spot to set up the tent, but that's where the hammock should come in handy. So that'll be nice, get a nice view, hopefully get a nice breeze, that'll keep some bugs off. And the fire pit's back here a little bit. I can use that for my kitchen area. We'll see if I end up having a fire or whatever. Okay, let's set up. Dinner tonight is a little fried rice. I've got some dehydrated brown rice here, and I've got some dehydrated veggies, tofu, there's bell pepper, mushrooms, peas, some other stuff. So I'm going to let that do its thing. Of way too much food here. Oh my goodness. Nestled into the hammock here with my very good friend, Harry Potter. Super windy last night. Got pretty cold. Feels cold now. Overcast right now, but hopefully gonna warm up. But yeah, real windy. Oh. Okay. I'll start the day. So on the map from Kenneth Lake here, the east end of the lake, it kind of narrows out. There's a little beaver dam, and it says there's like a small little waterfall that drops right into Head Lake behind. So I kind of paddled to the end of it just because it looks like so close to it on the map that maybe you could just do a short portage or bushwhack and get right back onto the lake rather than paddling back around to the portage, which is no big deal, but I just thought it'd be fun, something to check out. So I do see that on either side of the landing there is a slightly cleared area where you can land a boat, but I'm not sure if there's actually any kind of a trail. There's definitely a waterfall that I can see over here, and it looks like a pretty good drop down to the lake. There is a bit of a bushwhack trail that you could get a canoe, at least to this point. I'm gonna go explore the other side of the little creek here to see. Might not be able to get the canoe down, but it's definitely a fun little spot to check out. Is long. I mean, there's some fun stuff to do, but I don't know. I spend a long time in winter thinking about these first days getting back on the water. It's hard to compare. You can have that experience in a city, but you know, distractions of modern life being what they are, most people probably find it more difficult. But when you're out here, things have a way of becoming more clear. Despite the strong wind, it's definitely warming up, and the sun is coming out, which is lovely. being pretty conservative. Have been pretty conservative so far with not having very much experience soloing, not knowing how long things are going to take me to get places compared to when you're with another person. Not sure how much energy I'll be expending compared to when I'm with another person, and also just maybe that general just early season, you know, need to get a few days under your belt before you start to whip your butt back into shape. But definitely arriving quicker than I thought I would. And I don't have that much left in my book for like a whole day at camp. So that kind of sucks. We'll have to figure something out here. God, this is muddy. And my shoes untied. Probably most likely that I'll take this one. It looks pretty damn nice from the outside, and so I imagine that the other one would have a hard time topping it. It is also so windy right now, and it's just blasting headwind paddling up this lake. So dumb the way those headwinds go. I've traveled slightly north today, traveled east, south, west a ways, and it felt like I've had a headwind in my face every step of the way, except for the very, very beginning. So go figure on how those winds work. I've been just hanging around camp here, trying not to read my Harry Potter book because I only have so many pages left, and I wanted to get through the evening and have something to read when I go to bed. Now it's 7 o'clock, which I decided was the time that I would start my dinner and my fire, and so thankfully that's what we're going to do now. Tacos look so good. The refried beans, they just come back to life so easy. They have so much flavor in them. They're so satisfying. So filling too. I'm just on the end of this violet crumble chocolate bar that my Australian buddy Zach gave to me. So thanks, mate. Pretty tasty. And the wind has died down a bit, but it's still there. It's still breezy. It's not super warm. I'm not super warm. I do have a bit of a fire going, so I'm getting a bit from that. But I'm about to wind this down in a minute. A couple more minutes by the fire, let this die down. Read for a few minutes, but then just continue the party in the sleeping bag. And just get up and do it tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a nice day. This morning is looking really nice and calm. It's cool, but I can tell it's gonna warm up. The wind has died off pretty much completely, which is nice. So just gonna get up, break down camp, and get some breakfast, and look forward to get on the water and hopefully have some nice, calm, beautiful Sunday of paddling. So the route that I'm going to paddle back today is like basically a lot of pond jumping. It's really small lakes. I've got about 9 portages today, adding up to about 4 and a bit kilometers total of portage. So a decently portage heavy day. So it'll be good training to just get back for the rest of the season. Maybe 15K of paddling. So shouldn't be anything too crazy. We're still early in the season here, still getting used to things. So yeah, just gonna be a lot of just like short little paddle, get off, portage, short little paddle, get out, portage, rinse and repeat. Well, as long as we're paddling smaller lakes today without wind like this, and who's in a rush, we'll keep that double blade stowed away. Get back to some real canoeing. Lake. This is a nice little lake. Paddled it last year. Beautiful name. The old 3-point turn in the canoe. Always fun. Most of these lakes, these little lakes on this route, until I get towards the end of it, don't have any campsites on them. They're pretty small, pretty scrubby or marshy along the shoreline. Not really a great spot to camp on most of them. So you kind of just paddle through them. But not too bad. Not too bad. Good lakes to probably spot some wildlife on if there was any that wanted to show themselves today. I would imagine that this route doesn't get too much traffic. This particular corridor here from Bonachère Lake up to Cache Lake. You know, you can do pretty much the same thing slightly east of here from Lawrence Lake up to Cache, paddling some bigger lakes, slightly bigger lakes with a bit less portaging and stuff, whereas this is kind of like puddle jumping, but it's nice. Haven't run into anybody so far. Okay, so just at the start of the portage to South Canis Bay Lake. It's only 190 meters, and then after that I think I have a 950 meter. So I think I'm going to pull this canoe through and then either take a little floating snack break on the lake, or maybe I'll push through to the next one. But either way, I think a lunch stop is in order coming up here. It'd be nice to have a place to sit on, get to a site maybe, have like a proper lunch stop, a swim, whatever, just enjoy this nice beautiful day. Pretty mucky in here. Just gotta get to that grassy bed. This part is a bog. Let's stop for lunch. Just finished a little lunch stop here on Hilliard Lake, which is actually a lovely little lake. It's only got the one site on it, and it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice site. It's got a nice view. It's got an open fire pit. It would be a place that I wouldn't have any problem camping on. Just quick portage back onto Cache Lake and then paddle back to the car. The wind is starting to gust up a bit now, so we'll see what it's like on Cache. I may have to concede and put the regular canoe paddle away and get back to the double blade, but it's been a nice couple of days. So yeah, this is a nice little lunch stop to sort of finish it off, and probably sign off here because once we're back on cache, nothing too interesting. But yeah, look forward to get back out there next time. Okay, take care.